Hi there, my name is Kaleem from tutorial.com, and in this series I'll be teaching you step by step how to create a whole application known as Fakea. Before we start, I thought I'd let you know of some tips that could help you whilst you're going through these series. If you ever feel like I'm talking too fast, you can slow me down using the playback speed. If I'm talking too slow, then you can increase the playback speed. Do feel free to pause the video whenever you want. You can do this by hitting K on your keyboard, spacebar, or by clicking the arrow on the bottom left. If you have any questions, do leave them below in the comments, or you could directly email me using contact@tutorial.com. With all of that out of the way, let me show you exactly what we will be creating in this series. So this is Fakea, and it's basically a system that could be used in a real life situation where you have people who want to order furniture online. There are two aspects to this system. There is the customer side and the admin side. Now we have the login and register for the customers, and we have an admin login for the admin. Let's take a look at the customers. We start off by logging in. I'll be using test details to log in. We'll be greeted by an entrance where you can view orders or create an order. So if we view orders, for now we don't have anything, and we can create one using this button. Now when you create an order, you can select from different furnitures. At the moment there is only one, which is the stool. So we can order, for example, 2 and add it to the order, and as you can see, it comes up with the price and the quantity. We could order, let's say, 3 more, and say we cancel it. We can also cancel the order, deleting everything entirely, or check out completing the order. Now we can view the order details, displaying exactly what we have ordered, and because the order has been gone through and checked out, the delete button is not visible. And that is pretty much it for the customer side. You can pretty much just view orders and create orders. For the admin, again, I will use test details to log in. We are greeted with a lot more options. We can view all orders. So as shown here, we have created an order using the test customer, and we can see it. We can also view the order details. And then heading back home, we can view the stock. This will show all furniture, and we can also add new furniture if we have any in stock. Notice that it will also show how many are sold and how much money we have created from it. Going back to the main menu, you can view all of the customers and all of their individual orders. We can also view all admin accounts. So these are accounts used to log into the admin section. So I have used test in this case. We can also add new accounts and remove them. And finally, there are sales reports. So you can choose a period, and this report will generate depending on the dates that you choose. So during the start date and the end date, it will show you how many orders there are, how many are pending, completed, how many furniture are sold, what's the total revenue you've generated, how many customers you have, how many are new, and what your most popular products are. And that is pretty much it for the admin side. Now you may have noticed that there isn't any styling whatsoever. This is because I'm focusing mainly on the functionality of the PHP code and using the bare bones HTML to show that the functionality works. I do have to mention, before you start this series, there are a couple of things you do have to know and a couple of applications that you need installed. In terms of languages that you need to know, you do need to understand HTML, understand the basics of PHP, and know SQL. You also need Zampi installed and configured to a certain folder where all of your PHP files will be. You also need a browser. In my case, I will be using Firefox. And finally, a text editor, and I will be using Visual Studio Code. There will be links to each application's download in the description. Right, let's take an overview of the course, how it's going to be structured, and what you'll be learning from start to finish. Initially, you'll be learning how to create the database and how to insert the data. I've already designed the database structure, and I'll just be using SQL commands to create the actual database and insert the data. We then will focus on the customer aspect of the system, and finally the admin aspect of the system. Now for the customer side, we'll first focus on registering, which means getting the details and storing it into the database. This would be followed by the login system, which is where we take what they input into the login form and see if it matches whatever's inside the database, which is why we need to put this after the register. After that, we'll do the create order, where we'll be creating orders followed by viewing of the orders, and that is the entire customer aspect of the system. The admin side is going to take a lot more work. We start off with the admin login. We then focus on viewing all orders, viewing the stock, followed by the customers. Then we take a look at the admin accounts, how to add them, remove them, and update them. And finally, the trickiest part is the sales report. Now, as we go through the course and you complete the videos, I'd highly recommend that you try code it from scratch without looking at the code. This will help you remember what you're actually coding, and it ensures that you understand what is going on. Sometimes it turns out that you don't really get something and you have to go back and look at it. At least you know what you don't know. So once you finish the video, I'd highly recommend writing the code from scratch. So that's it for this introduction video. I really hope you enjoy the next few videos and you learn a lot so that you can start implementing your own system. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.